better the standard of hygiene. As we go on and learn more and more about personal hygiene, we realise that the great Oliver Wendell Holmes, the greatest man in medicine, the father of the High Court judge, before he died, he said that his discoveries in hygiene would always remain the biggest discoveries in medicine. And today, in this science and technology, we realise that hygiene still remains the fundamental, most important discovery in medicine.
What is it that some groups do that make their albumin higher and other groups don't do? We know there is a disparity in the albumin levels between blacks and whites in America. What do you attribute that to? Whites are what is or what do you think the average albumin level is among white Americans and black Americans, respectively?
It's 43 grams per litre amongst the average. With African Americans,
the average American.
Yes, with African Americans, about 3 grams per litre lower. That's considerable because each gram is trillions of these albumin molecules to ship goods to cells and to take away waste. So it's very important. And it's not genetic. Clearly, all races are equal. It's really stress on the immune system. It's just not African Americans, it's Mexicans, and there's also lower socioeconomic, and even the average American does not have high enough albumin. 43 grams, we need to aim for 48.
Stress equals low albumin. Low albumin equals poor health.
Yes.
And what's the relationship between the stress and the poor hygiene that contributes to the low albumin level?
Well, the single most important factor that determines the stress on the immune system is the standard of hygiene. And as we learn about improvements in personal hygiene, we're going to raise the level of albumin from around 40 grams to around 50 grams. Now, that's going to change the whole understanding of aging.
Why is it that white Americans have a lower albumin level than Japanese?
Hygiene. The Japanese, of course, are fastidious about hygiene.
They don't shake hands.
Well, they have baths. The family ritual is bathing, and the importance of taking your shoes off. The importance when you live in such a crowded community, you learn the importance of hygiene. And as we go on and the population grows, hygiene will become more and more dominant because of the spread of disease.
Well, Americans don't think like that, do they? Americans don't think about cleanliness being related to poor health.
They don't realise the impact that it plays, enormous impact. I mean, a diet is important, exercise are important, but hygiene forms the very foundation.
Tell me what you mean by hygiene.
Well, cleaning the fingernails is one of the most important things. Cleaning the thumbnail, cleaning the nasal passageways, a new concept. Cleaning the eyes each day, having special baths to clean everything. Very important.
I read a study and it said the average American spends 4 seconds washing their hands as compared to 40, which is recommended. And they don't wash between their fingers. And that the parasites and the bacteria are smart when you wash if you don't wash the back of your hand, they run to the other side. Then if you wash the other side, they hide under your fingernails.
The fingernails, 90% of the germs on your hands are under the fingernails. And let's face it, who cleans their fingernails properly? I know for the first 40 years of my life, I didn't clean my fingernails, and I developed terrible respiratory problems. I wondered why. Simply because my fingernails were dirty, and I was always rubbing my eyes and picking my nose.
Now, I haven't interviewed you for about 7 years. The last time I did, you had some formula for cleansing the inside of your nostrils. How does that work?
Well, it's based on swimming. We have these solutions, powerful solutions. You add it to a basin of water, and you simply immerse the face in the water and open the eyes. It cleans the nasal passageway. For those with asthma, for those with respiratory problems, it is a revolution. And we also have a special solution to clean the fingernails to make certain that they are automatically cleaned. Little children just can't use a nail brush.
Regular soap doesn't do it.
Well, it doesn't do it, and who's going to scrub their fingernails for 10 minutes and it doesn't work?